चिल्ड्रन, हम लोग आज सीखेंगे डिविजिबिलिटी रूल। हमें एग्जाम में भी ये प्रश्न आते हैं वेयर वी आर आस्क्ड वेदर सम नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय सम अदर नंबर और नॉट। सो देयर आल्सो वी आर आस्क्ड टू से कि whether a number is divisible by 5 or not, whether a number is divisible by 7 or not, whether a number is divisible by 3 or not. So अगर हम लोग अभी जो डिविजिबिलिटी रूल अंडरस्टैंड करने जा रहे हैं, इसको अच्छे से देखेंगे, समझेंगे तो चीज़ें हमें समझ में आ जाएगी। और जब एक बार हमें समझ में आ जाएगी तो हमें ऐसा कोई भी प्रश्न आता है उसमें हमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी और हम लोग बड़े आसानी से आंसर देंगे। एंड समटाइम्स आई फील दैट you feel difficulty reading from the book, understanding it. So the purpose of making this video is also that you get things in form of video where you will be watching and understanding. So this makes your learning easier. So to make your learning easier, we are discussing today divisibility rule. So first we will be discussing divisibility by 2. For knowing divisibility by 2, suppose we are asked whether a particular number is divisible by 2 or not, then in that case we will see that the unit place of that number, if has got 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, if these number 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, if one of them is there at the unit place, then without dividing we will say that that number is divisible by 2. अगर जो नंबर को हमें 2 से डिवाइड करना है वो नंबर के यूनिट प्लेस, इकाई के स्थान पे 0, 2, 4, 6 या 8 है, तो वो नंबर जिसे हमें 2 से डिवाइड करना है वो 2 से डिविजिबल होगा। To understand this is quite easy. Let us take a number 210. You see that the unit place has got a number 0, which is from this list of numbers given 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So this number is divisible by 2. Now let us say 8, 9, 8. You see at unit place 8 is there and 8 is there in this list. So this 898 will be divisible by 2. I think it is quite easy and understandable, and many of you know this also. This was just to make a revision of it. Now understanding divisibility by 3. For knowing the divisibility by 3, what we will be doing? We will be adding the digits of the number to be divided. हम लोग जिस नंबर को 3 से डिवाइड करना है उस नंबर की जो अलग अलग स्थानों पे जो संख्या है उसको आपस में ऐड करेंगे। जैसे let us take one example 1, 2, 3. This number is there. So we will add up 1, 2 and 3. 1 plus 2, 3, and 3 plus 3, 6, and 6 is divisible by 3. So this 1, 2, 3 is also divisible by 3. तो हम लोगों ने क्या किया? We have added up the digits of the number and the number so obtained, if is divisible by 3, then we say that the number is divisible by 3. To understand it, let us take a bigger number also, so that you do not just get a feel that this is applicable to a smaller number only. This is applicable to any big, any small, all kind of number. So according to this rule, what we do, we add up the digits of the number. So 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 7, 19, and 19 plus 5, 24. This 24 is divisible by 3. So this 64,275 is also divisible by 3. I think this clears divisibility rule by 3. Now let us do divisibility by 4. Divisibility by 4. In case of divisibility by 4, we would be interested only in one sentence of the number to be divided. जो संख्या को डिवाइड करना है 4 से, उस संख्या के सिर्फ इकाई और दहाई वाले स्थान पे जो नंबर्स हैं, हम सिर्फ उन्हीं को देखेंगे. और इफ वो दोनों डिजिट जो नंबर बना रहे हैं, वह नंबर अगर 4 से डिविजिबल है तो वो पूरी संख्या भी 4 से डिविजिबल होगी. वी विल सी दी टेंस and unit place number of the number to be divided. If that number is divisible by 4, then we will say that the original number is also divisible by 4. To understand this, let us take one example. Suppose first we are taking a number like this. At ones 4 is there, at tens 2 is there. We are interested in only these two and nothing else. So this 24, this is making a number 24. If 24 is divisible by 4, then 1 to 4 is also divisible by 4. To understand it with a bigger number, 2, 9, 6, 8, 5, 2. Let us take this number. Although this is a 5-digit number, but we would be interested in the first two, the unit place and the tens only. So this together is making a number 52, and when we divide 52 by 4, we get that this is divisible by 4. So we say that this 96,852 is also divisible by 4. So what we do in case of divisibility by 4? We see the unit place and tens place number, and then we see whether that number so formed by tens and unit place is divisible by 4. Then we say that the number is divisible by 4. Now divisibility by 5. For understanding divisibility by 5, it is very easy. If the number is ending with 0 or 5, we will say that the number is divisible by 5. If the number to be divided has got 0 or 5 at unit place, then we will say that the number is divisible by 5. Let us take one example. This is the number 1005. At unit place 5 is there, and since at unit place it has got a digit 5, so it is divisible by 5. If at unit place 0 is there, then also this is divisible by 5, and this also we understand. Now divisibility by 6. For knowing divisibility by 6, we should know that 6 is 2 into 3. 2 and 3 are factors of 6. So if a number is divisible, a number to be divided is divisible by 2 as well as 3, then we will say that the number is divisible by 6 also. And divisibility by 2 we know. For getting divisibility by 2, we have just studied that if the number has got 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 at unit place, then we will say that the number is divisible by 2. And for knowing the divisibility by 3, we will add up the digits of the number, and number so obtained is divisible by 3, then we say that the number is divisible by 3. So we will check that number for divisibility by 2 and divisibility by 3. If divisibility by 2 and divisibility by 3 is satisfied, then we will say that that number is divisible by 6. So for knowing the divisibility by 6, what we do? हम लोग क्या करेंगे? हम लोग देखेंगे कि वो नंबर 2 से डिविजिबल है कि नहीं और 3 से डिविजिबल है कि नहीं. अगर वह नंबर 2 से भी डिविजिबल है और 3 से भी डिविजिबल है, तो वो नंबर 6 से भी डिविजिबल होगा. लेकिन 2 और 3 दोनों से उसे डिविजिबल होना चाहिए. इस चीज को थोड़ा सा हम लोग समझिए, we are taking a number like this, 1356. For understanding divisibility by 2, the unit place has got 6, which is from the list 02468. So this is divisible by 2. For understanding the divisibility by 3, add up the numbers, add up the digits of the number. 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 6 15, which is divisible by 3. So this is divisible by 3 also. When this is divisible by 2 as well as 3, then we will say that this number is divisible by 6 also. Now that you understand this thing. Now, let us understand divisibility by 7. Divisibility by 7. So, we are understanding divisibility by 7. For knowing divisibility by 7, we would be making twice of the unit place of the number to be divided, and then we will be subtracting that twice of the unit place number with the rest of the number, and if the number so obtained is divisible by 7, then we will say that the number is divisible by 7. Maybe in language समझने में दिक्कत आ सकती है, सो इसको हम लोग एक एग्जाम्पल से समझते हैं. Let us take a number. This is 6804. This is 6804. Now, what we say, the unit place, we are doubling the unit place number. So, 4 into 2 is equal to 8. Now, the rest of the number is 680. So, from 680, we are subtracting 8. So, we get 672. If 672 is divisible by 7, then we say that the number is divisible by 7. But in case of 672 also, if we feel like we are getting a bigger number, we will repeat this exercise. So, repeat this exercise. So, in case of 672, the unit place has got a number 2. Unit place has got a digit 2. So, doubling this means 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Now, subtracting it from rest of the number. Rest of the number is 67. So, we will subtract 4 from this 67 and we will get 63. Since 63 is divisible by 7, so we will say that 6804 is divisible by 7. I think this is clear. So, what we do in case of to check the divisibility by 7, we are doubling the unit place number and then we are subtracting that number from the rest of the number. Rest of the digits of the number are making a number and we are subtracting that double of the unit place number from that, and number so obtained if is divisible by 7, then we say that the number is divisible by 7. Now, let us understand divisibility by 8. Divisibility by 8. In case of 4, we have seen that we have taken unit place number and tens. If tens and unit place number are making a number that is if divisible by 4, then we had been saying that the number is divisible by 4. In case of 8, we will be taking hundreds also. Hundreds, tens and unit place. These three digits make a number. If that number is divisible by 8, then we will say that the number is divisible by 8. Now, to understand this, let us take one example. This is 79,152. So, we will take these three numbers. Unit place, tens and hundreds. Now, this is 152. Now, see whether 152 is divisible by 8 or not. This is divisible by 8. So, we will say that this 79,152 is divisible by 8. So, in case of 4, we are taking these two numbers. In case of 8, we are taking these three numbers. And the number, if these three digits forming a number 152 is divisible by 8, then we say that this 79,152 is also divisible by 8. So this is about the divisibility by 8. Now understand divisibility by 9. To understand divisibility by 9, in case of divisibility by 8, we had been recalling our understanding of divisibility by 4 and extending it to one more digit. So here we will be doing what we had been doing in case of divisibility by 3. Divisibility by 3 में हम क्या करते थे, हम डिजिट जो थे नंबर के उनको एडअप करते थे, और अगर वो डिविजिबल थे 3 से तो हम कहते थे कि वो नंबर भी 3 से डिविजिबल है. In case of divisibility by 9, we will add up the digits of the number and then we will see whether that number is divisible by 9 or not. If that number is divisible by 9, then we will be saying that the number is divisible by 9. To understand this, let us take one example. This is a number 65,403. So we will add up the digits of the number. So 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 4, 15. 15 plus 3, 18. 18 is divisible by 9. So this 65,403 is also divisible by 9. So if the digits are added up and to get a number, and if that number is divisible by 9, then we will say that the number is also divisible by 9. This is more or less what we had been doing in case of 3. In case of 3 we had been checking whether the sum of the digits is divisible by 3 or not. In case of 9 we will see that if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, then we will say that the number is divisible by 9. Now let us say divisibility by 10. In case of 10, it makes our life simpler. When it is time for us to write a table of 10 also, in that case also we get happy. So here also, if the number has got 0 at unit place, then we will say that the number is divisible by 10. So this everyone knows and we all understand. So we are understanding divisibility by 11. For knowing divisibility by 11, we will add up the digits of the number at odd places and at even places, and then we will subtract them to get a difference. If that difference is either 0 or if that difference is a multiple of 11, then we will say that the number is divisible by 11. To understand this, now let us take a number like this. This is a number 90,728. We will be taking the positions from unit place. So unit place we call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the even places, second and fourth. That we know. I am just making for all of us to understand. And 1, 3 and 5 are odd places. These are odd places. So we will be summing up the odd places digits and even places digit. So adding the odd places digit, what we get? 9 plus 7, 16, and 16 plus 8, 24. So odd, the sum of the digits at odd places is 24. Now let us see sum of the digits at even places. Even places, this 2 and 0. So this is 2. So now we are subtracting them. We get number 22. 22 is a multiple of 11. So this 90,728 is divisible by 11. I think we are able to understand. Let us take another example to revise what we have. This is 8, 6, 3, 4, 2, 3. I am taking a bigger number. This is 8,63,423. Now, again, we will see which places are odd and even, and we will start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, these and these are odd places. 1, 3, 5 odd places. This 6, 4 and 2 even places. Now sum of the odd places. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. Now even places. 8 plus 3, 11 and plus 2, 13. So this is 0. So this number is divisible by 11 because the difference is 0. So difference would be either 0, the difference of the sum of the we will be taking sum of the digits at odd places and even places, and then we will be subtracting them. If the difference is 0 or a multiple of 11, then we will say that the number is divisible by 11. Here the difference is 0, so this number 8,63,423 is also divisible by 11. So this is our understanding of divisibility rule, and since we know this from 2 to 11, we can extend this learning to get our divisibility rule for other numbers also. So that we will learn in some other video, but here it is all about divisibility rule, and I think I am able to make you understand. All the best.